Hello, Azula Foss here. It's been a while, hasn't it? Apologies for the delay, but hopefully this video can make up for it. With the warm reception of my Best VTuber Orisongs of 2025 video from the end of last year, it got me thinking. Why not highlight VTuber original songs throughout 2026? So as the video's title suggests, I'd like to bring attention to a handful of Orisongs I think are worth checking out these past 2 months. But before we begin, let me just go over a few things. Firstly, I'll mainly be highlighting English Orisongs, as it's easier for me as an English speaker to appreciate a song's lyrics without needing to translate. I'm sure there will be some Japanese Orisongs that will pop up down the line, but I at least wanted to let y'all know beforehand. Secondly, there's bound to be Orisongs from VTubers I'm not familiar with that I may potentially overlook. I highly encourage y'all to write in the comments if there's a VTuber original song you think I should listen to released this year. I'll also do my best to put in the effort to thoroughly see what the VTubing community as a whole has to offer, and not just the most well-known talents in the scene. Lastly, this is, of course, based on my own opinions. There's no such thing as an objective opinion on art, and I again encourage y'all to share your opinions on the songs I've chosen below. Okay, enough yammering. Let's face the music. Starting off the year strong was Bao the Whale, a prominent indie VTuber whose musical talents are widely known within the VTubing community, alongside her particular shenanigans. On January 3rd, she released the first song of her rock-inspired trilogy, titled Smile. While all 3 of her songs are well made in their own right, Smile's catchy composition had me hooked from the first verse. The themes of emotional neglect and toxic relationships within the song's lyrics are well conveyed. This is in no small part due to the lyricist duo Cosmoz Music, consisting of indie VTuber Numi and Andrew Holmes, who both have a great track record in Orisong production. The music video's visual motifs are also well executed, curated to a handful of imagery that helps to further illustrate the emotional weight of the song's narrative. I actually hadn't listened to Bao's music that closely before, but Smile managed to convince me to keep tabs on her future covers and Orisongs. The next Orisong I'd like to highlight is from Ninomae from Hololive English's first generation, Myth. The lyrics of Ina's new single, Taco Takeover, were written by none other than her fellow genmate, musician extraordinaire, Mori Calliope. With the abundance of puns packed within the song's verses, Callie has done an excellent job capturing the essence of the Eldritch Priestess's character. With how catchy the song is, it's no wonder that the music video's depiction of Ina was able to successfully dominate the world under her literal brainwashing. It's an original song that's clearly a love letter from Ina to her devoted fans, the Takodachis. Nevertheless, I think even casual fans can appreciate the artistry behind the song and music video. Ina, Callie, and the rest of the team for Taco Takeover really did cook for this one, so check out the song if you haven't already. Since her debut as part of Hololive English Advent, Nerissa Ravencroft was eager to establish herself as a professional musician. From having her own album collection titled In My Feelings, as well as her abundance of song covers, Rissa's musical talents have been positively recognized within the VTubing scene. With the January 23rd release of her newest Orisong, Oyome Holic, Nerissa seems to indulge in her adoration of anime tropes and fangirl background to the max. Oyome Holic is interspersed with short sections of monologuing, depicting the demon songstress's overwhelming devotion and obsession with the objects of her affection. There's a surprisingly dark undertone beneath the surface of the sugary sweet lyrics. Aside from the more comedic moments of Rissa becoming a yandere, the late song references the demon's own backstory, linking it as a contributing factor to her over-possessiveness. The vocals and animation work in harmony to create a fun romp, and perhaps you'll even fall head over heels for the songstress, if you haven't already. The last song I'd like to highlight is Ironmouse's most recent single, titled Meow. Unlike a large swath of Mouse's discography, which tends to lean heavily into her VTuber lore, Meow is the type of beat that is self-contained to its own narrative. While the song's concept is a bit silly, Ironmouse being jealous of a cat who has Booby's attention, the charm of HalaCG's lyrics and the accompanying animation from Linllen helps to acclimate listeners to its premise. What's even more exciting, at least for me, were the many visual cameos of various independent VTubers that fill nearly every other frame. Anyone who's as much of a VTuber fan as I am will definitely enjoy keeping track of who appears where while bopping their heads to the beat of this song. Among Ironmouse's many Orisongs in her discography, Meow is a nice breath of fresh air in its pure lightness and joyful tone. I can't wait to see what else her and her production team have in store in the future. Those are all the songs that have caught my eye these past 2 months. Are there any VTuber Orisongs that released recently that you haven't seen here? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe if you're so kind. I'll see y'all soon in the next video. Toodaloo!